So I didn't quit, but I did disappear. Not because I didn't care, not because I lost the vision, but because I kept telling myself that I wasn't ready, that I needed to be better prepared. Now that lie kept me quiet for a long time. You see, I wasn't hiding from you, okay? I was hiding from the pressure of showing up while I still had a lot of questions myself that needed to be answered. Questions like, how do you help people when you're still trying to figure things out yourself? How do you speak life when your own voice is the one that's so shaky? And here's the real one. How do you show up as the voice of transformation, Richard, when you've been praying so hard for your own transformation to show up in your own life? But here's what I realized while I was gone. I realized that discouragement does not always show up like quitting. Doesn't always look like quitting. Sometimes it sounds like just one more adjustment. Sometimes it sounds like just one more rewrite, or maybe even one more course that I need to take to make me better. And before you know it, your purpose feels like pressure, and your own voice becomes your loudest critic. And that's not a good place to be, or at least that's what you've been told. What if that voice is not trying to tear you down? Really? What if it's just trying to wake you up? What if that voice is the part of you that refuses to let you lose yourself? So it keeps the discomfort and the loud noise so loud that you finally have no choice but to listen. What if that voice is the only thing trying to save you right now? And if that's true, then that means something big. That means that that voice is not your enemy. It's your warning. It's your wake-up call. And once I started to look at it like that, listen, everything changed. That's when I stopped treating my voice like a critic. That's when I started acting like my voice was the actual signal, that it was the actual warning for me. So, yeah, I don't believe that anymore. I don't believe that my voice has been my biggest critic anymore, because I've seen what happens when you listen to it. You see, I didn't study breakthrough. I bled for breakthrough. I didn't read about transformation. I had to be broken. I had to be broken so that I could become it. So when I speak now, I'm not speaking from theory. I'm speaking from truth that was carved into me. Carved into me. Do you hear me? So, to the one that's been showing up for everybody, but you still feel like you're unseen. And to the one who's accomplished so many things, but you're still asking yourself, do I still matter? And to the one that's so tired, but you're still showing up, you're pushing through, and you're still showing up for everybody. Listen, y'all, you're not broken. You're just becoming. You're not too late. You're right on time. Don't sweat it. You're not what happened to you in the past, but you are what God sees in you. Sit on that for a second. Sit on that for 1 second. Let it sink in. Now, I decided to come back, not because I'm perfect, far from it, but because I'm tired of hiding from myself. And if you're being honest, maybe you've been hiding too. Maybe you are waiting to feel ready, waiting for the right moment, or waiting until you finally felt like you're enough. But what if you already are? What if you already are? So, I just released 4 bingeable episodes on my podcast relaunch. Now, not to impress you, not to entertain you, but to meet you right where you are. And mostly to challenge you to move, because you gotta move. You see, if you've been feeling invisible, start with the episode titled, You're Not Invisible. If you've been wondering if it's too late, start with the one that's entitled, You're Not Too Late. And if you've been running on empty, start right there with the episode that says, Burnout is not your legacy. This isn't just content, it's a conversation that changes something in you. So, I want you to know this. You have always mattered. You have always been good enough. You are and have always been worthy. And it's never too late to transform your life on purpose. So, yeah, I am back, and I want you to start here. I want you to go on over to either Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts and look up the Walk-In Transformation Podcast, right? And start right there. Start right there. And then let's get going. I'll talk to you in the next episode.